Hey beautiful people, today we're going to talk about a sticky subject. Should I quit if I don't get promoted? By the end of this video, you'll understand how actually not getting promoted helps you get promoted. Let's turn this thing around. In this video, what you'll learn is why, if you play your cards right, not getting promoted can actually help you get promoted. You'll also learn what you can learn as an individual from not getting promoted. Some hard questions to ask ourselves. And you'll also learn why you really do need a plan. I think I've mentioned this before, but I have a firm belief that we work out whatever it is that we need to work out wherever it is that we land. So what I mean by that is, if you take a job with a particular kind of boss and a particular kind of company, unless they're complete psychopaths, the thing to remember is that some of the problems that you're running into are you. And you can learn an enormous amount from not getting promoted as to how it is that you can improve on those things. And when you don't get promoted, there's also something amazing happening, which is what I refer to as the guilt factor. So your boss has a certain amount of promotions that they're budgeted to give out each year to the team. So if you're on a team of, say, 10, 12 people, 2 or 3 of those people are probably going to get promoted within the promotion cycle each year. If you're not one of them and you wanted to be one of them and you told your boss that you wanted to be one of them and you were doing all the things in the get promoted assessment that you need to be doing in order to be able to get promoted, now is the time to recognize that guilt is your friend. What I mean by that is your boss is feeling bad that they weren't able to promote you. They had a finite budget for how many people they could promote and you weren't one of them. So now's the time, without blame, without shame, without feeling that you don't like them because they didn't promote you, to sit down with them and have a really great conversation around why it is that you didn't get promoted. So chances are that your boss is actually a decent person. Unless they're a bullying control freak and everyone around you in the entire company really doesn't like you, I recommend that you stick with what you're doing. You sit down with them and you ask them why it is that you didn't get promoted. You ask them what it is that you could be doing differently that would allow you to be able to get promoted. And you also ask them what the people who did get promoted were doing more effectively than you were doing. Now you have a list of the things that you know that you need to change in order to be able to get promoted. Some bosses will wimp out of this and they'll say, I didn't have the budget. I think it's perfectly appropriate for you to dig a little bit deeper and say, if you had had the budget, would you have promoted me? And that sort of puts them on the spot a little bit, but it also puts you in a position of being able to listen to what it is that's been missing from your performance and from your potential to allow you to be able to get promoted. The other important question to ask yourself here is, did you show your potential for getting promoted before the promotions happened? And did you also let your boss know that you wanted to get promoted before the promotions happened? So the promotion cycle time is roughly a year. Your boss is looking about 4 to 5 months ahead, identifying who it is that they want to get promoted. So if you're having the conversations with them about 4 to 5 months ahead of the promotion cycle and you're letting them know that you're interested in getting promoted, you're looking to be able to have the hard, awkward, difficult conversations, making sure that your understanding of what it takes to get promoted is in alignment with your bosses. Let's also look at whether or not you were delivering incredible value for the entire year. So your incredible value is separated into your performance and into your potential. Were you delivering on the promises and commitments that you made? Were you negotiating and navigating those in a way that allowed you to be able to deliver extraordinary satisfaction for your boss, for another department, for your peers, depending on who you were delivering the work to? Were you actually asking people as you delivered the work whether or not they were satisfied with what you did? That's a super effective way of asking a really awkward and uncomfortable question, but knowing whether or not you're actually delivering value. The other thing is your potential. Were you considering the fact that there's another job ahead of you? Did you have a good understanding of it? Did you look at how it is that you add value in that particular way every single day? Were you having conversations with your boss to step up, to level up, and to be able to identify and take on some other things that might be valuable to them? If you're doing both of those things and you're still not getting promoted, then the conversation with your boss is to understand what that gap is. And it's realistic to be able to sit down with them and ask them, what's the gap between where I am now, the performance that I've been doing, the potential that I have, and my ability to be able to get promoted in the next promotion round? And how do I work that out with your help, please? I mentioned in another video that there are promotion cycles that happen in organizations every single year. If you didn't get promoted and you're having these important conversations with your boss, it's also worth having those important conversations with HR and understanding when the next promotion round is coming up and where you fit in on the career ladder. Because as your boss is figuring out who's going to get promoted, they're also looking at the career ladders. They also have the HR generalist for your department guiding them and helping them to see where people are on that ladder. You want to have a deep understanding of what ladder you're on. You want to make sure you're on the ladder you want to be on. And then you want to make sure that you're also designing and adding value and making contributions towards the next level that you want to be in. So you're showing up as if you're already ready for the position that you're looking to move into. One of the ways to figure this out is to have a look at and do my Get Promoted assessment and see for yourself whether or not you're getting the right balance between performance and potential, and whether or not you're having those difficult, honest, and hopefully no blame, no shame conversations, and setting yourself up with a plan to get promoted in the next round. And remembering, stay where you are and work on dealing with the issues that you're dealing with, where you have the support that you have and a boss that you know. Work them out before you think of moving on.